Here come the rest of them. Sarah's going to hold back and then get going. 8 seconds to go. Look who's using the boost. Sarah certainly is using the boost now, but will have less momentum from those who are flying from behind. AlUla looking very good. Are we away on time? I think just about. Tom Sharp, Shelley, has the advantage. I don't think it's going to stay that way for long though. Look at Blue Rising, almost contact with Brady. Brady in the middle, Blue Rising on one side, Westbrook on the other, as Westbrook now shoots through to take the lead.
That was so close. They were really like back. Oh, that looked like touch, but I'm not quite sure. But that was a real battle, and they were really closing on each other on that start. But Team Blue Rising, quite like their tactic of a start there. That was a new tactic, and it actually nearly worked.
Coleman, if there wasn't contact, there very nearly was. That was so close, wasn't it? Look, it's push. Coleman, Brady, the reigning champions who were leading the championship coming into this round, all the way to the back of the field as Rafa went steaming up their inside. So it looked as though there was contact between Rafa and Brady. As Shelley's already said, no long or short laps on this first lap. What they do need to do, though, is what's known as the start lap. So those green markers signify the long lap, but that doesn't count as an actual long lap. That's just the route they take, isn't it, on the initial lap of the race?
Well explained, Greg. Yes, because everyone's looking and going, but they're doing the long lap. No, that is the start run. They have to do the start run, which takes them round that long lap course. Now we're on to the standard lap, and we can do short laps and long laps whenever we want. But Brady is struggling there. Look at him dropping down into the water. He just can't balance the race bird. Oh, has he got it now up on the foils? No, that's really unusual for Sam, really unusual. So I think he could be struggling there with something.
Yes, the current's coming from behind them there, and Lucas Ordonez was telling me last night that although it pushes you along better, it does mean it's easier to drop down off the foils, and that was a perfect demonstration there, wasn't it? Unfortunately, from Sam Coleman. He was absolutely together there with Andre Solvang, who's been going great guns so far in his debut, the 21-year-old from Norway who's subbing for Rusty Wyatt. Team AlUla, like Team Miami, have an all-new lineup. So 4 of the 5 rookies in the field are across Team Miami and Team AlUla this weekend. Okay, Westbrook are coming in for their short lap, so obviously that's going to extend their lead. Back on board with the recovering Sam Coleman, who dives up the inside of Rafa. He's taken 2 boats in the last few metres. We already think there's been contact between those two in the race so far. So AlUla doing the standard lap. Somebody went for a long lap. Blue Rising have gone for the long lap. So this completely shakes up the order now, and we're not going to know where they are until probably the start of the very last lap.
Sam has made a great recovery there because he really seemed to be struggling, but by doing that short lap, it's actually pushed him back up into the pack. So nicely done there.
Yeah, it gets him out of the wake of some of those other race birds in front of him as well, doesn't it? These are the average times. When you look at the long lap, it's 200 metres longer than the standard lap. The short lap, 200 metres shorter, and that is approximately, on average, based on what we've seen so far, the time you will lose or gain doing either your long or short laps. Westbrook then, with the American Sarah Price. They've already done their short lap. On board and they're now with Sarah, looking as calm as we've seen her all weekend so far. It is still Coleman and Brady. We're on board now in second place, and we're definitely closing in, aren't we, on the Will Smith run. Westbrook Racing Racebird. On the left-hand side of your screen is Tom Sharp, the Frenchman, karting star, powerboat star. He's doing his long lap. So Rafa are the first in this race to have completed both their short and their long laps.
Yeah, and Andre is holding right back there in AlUla. He hasn't done a short or a long lap. But can he take this lead now? Oh, this is close. Is he going to get it? No. Yes. Well, nobody's got it. It's neck and neck. AlUla and Rafa on board here with Team Rafa, looking across at Team AlUla, who are literally level.
Absolutely side by side on the run down to turn 1 here in Nigeria. Rafa really don't want this. They wanted clear water. Look at that boat moving around, Shelley.
Yes, well, Rafa were trying to close in on them there and try and sort of shut that door, but AlUla were having none of it.
Brady, in the meantime, have taken the lead, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, and that's a net lead for them now because they still have a long lap to go, but so do Westbrook in second place. Solvang is third for AlUla. He needs to do his short and his long laps. Then it's Sharp. It's going to be interesting to see how close Tom can be. There's the current predictor. which is actually saying that Blue Rising and Rafa could jump up ahead. But look, even as we talk to you, it's changing all the time.
Westbrook are taking their long lap, which is interesting. So they are on their long lap now. Sam's still got a long lap to do, so I can see where Sarah's coming from. She was like, let's get the long lap done, and then all I've got to do is get across that finish line and hopefully stay in front of oh, now we've got AlUla right up into second place. I love this long lap, short lap. It changes everything.
It certainly does, doesn't it? And as the conditions change all the time as well, it's difficult to know where to look next. But Blue Rising are going to try and go straight through between the middle of them there, threading the eye of the needle as we look across from Rafa to Westbrook, the red race bird. Blue Rising, who won in Monaco last time out. This is so close. And remember, Coleman, who is leading, still needs to take his long lap. So his current advantage is 24 seconds over AlUla. AlUla need to do a long and a short lap. So this is going to be so close as we come through to the start of the 6th and final lap. You know what? I think anyone possibly could still win this, Shelley, because of the combinations who've yet done the long and short laps. This is going to be so close. You might even see Rafa still in contention for the win here.
I can't predict it. Normally I can look at it all and go, I can predict what's going to happen, but this time I absolutely can't, because no one has actually kept to the normal strategy, and they have, yeah. I wouldn't put money on it.
Okay, through the short lap then goes the second place AlUla boat of Andre Solvang. We're now looking at Blue Rising, and they're being predicted to move up into at least second place. Brady have the lead as the locals who've made us so welcome and team members all watch on. But Brady with the lead, they still need to take their long lap. So do AlUla in second place. So are Brady going to get away with this now on this last lap of the race? Sam Coleman, as we look down on him, you can see the boost decreasing. He's used all of his boost now. It's going to take a few more seconds for that to recharge. I think he should be okay, but we need to see how close it's going to be with Blue Rising, because they have done their long and short laps. You will see them appearing on the right-hand side of your screen in a moment as Brady comes through the long lap there, delineated by the green smart marks. They do not touch the bottom of the lagoon. They all operate automatically by GPS, but here come Blue Rising. It's not going to be enough for them. Brady are coming through in what's been a remarkable recovery after the gearbox problems earlier on in the weekend. Brady are through to the final. Who's going to be second though? Because AlUla and Blue Rising are going to be very, very close. Emma very pleased with that one. And it looks like Blue Rising have jumped through. Yes, they have, look, to second place. Then it's AlUla. What a great top three that is for Andre Solvang on his debut weekend in E1. Rafa will be fourth, and that means Westbrook are not going to get through to the final there. That's amazing. Sarah Price was leading at the start of this race, and Westbrook, who are fifth in the championship and 54 points off the leaders, any distant chance they had of winning the championship is becoming even more distant now for them. As Sarah gets the boost on, but it's not going to be enough. Surely they had some sort of issue there, because she's lost a lot of pace, hasn't she, compared with the early stages. And Lucas or Donyeth will be frustrated with the situation, I am sure. I'm sure Sam Coleman's not, though. Well, Sam, it's been a bit of a challenging set of circumstances, hasn't it, so far here, with a gearbox change yesterday, sprinting Le Mans style to the race bird, and it seems to be all going in the right direction. You're into the final, well done.
Yeah, thank you. It was a bit more than just a gearbox yesterday. It was a snap midsection, so the boys had to take the engine into two pieces and rebuild it, so they did a great job yesterday. I enjoyed the Le Mans start yesterday, but it was nice not to have to leg it to the boat to start this session today.
And how's it feeling out there now on the water? Are the conditions any better than they were earlier or yesterday?
You're going to get us whinging about parking boats and talking to you again here, aren't you? Yeah, conditions are similar to yesterday, bit of wind chop. Quite like it with a little bit of chop on it, makes it a bit technical, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's still fast and flat water, just got to keep it clean.